Alright, and welcome back. My name is Revixy, and I'm back with some more Vampyr. Honestly, can't remember what the fuck happened last time, so it's been quite a while. I've been postponing this game because there's been other games that I wanted to play, and basically just get something else done, you know, rather than play the same game over and over and over again. So I was basically burning myself out on it. But hopefully I can finish the game by tonight, and then I can move on to something else before for whatever the fuck it's called it comes out, the space game on Mars, Fort Solis, which I am looking forward to. Looks really good. So, and for those of you that doesn't know what that is, it's basically like a space survival thriller on a Mars space. Much like The Martian, which I just watched last night. Basically in preparation of the game, more or less. I was just like, you know what, I want to fucking watch something space related, so I bought the movie on, on the actual YouTube website. So, right, let's see. It was sick. Did we cure everybody? I think we did. Covering. Yep, everybody's basically recovering. So all we have to do now is either sleep, use the experience, or go out and do other stuff. Where's the actual quest lines we have? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm laughing at something else right now. Man, people. Anyways. Oh, let's start again. I try not to mingle myself up in drama when it comes to, inner groups and stuff like that, but there are just certain actions where I just go like, really, man. So, anyway, that's not something I should really be bringing up here. Where's the fucking quest at? On the main map? Probably. We need to go over and report to the council. Guess we'll go there. Don't need to do that. Again, as you guys can see, I haven't actually played this game in a while, so I don't know what I was doing in this direction, to be honest. I remember something about the blind guy. Way up here. Alright, we need somebody who can speak that fucking language before we can cure the blindness.
This has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
You opened this gate over here. I honestly can't remember.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Believe I'm doing Even now, son.
Support the equality between men and women.
What are you doing here?
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you.
What's you do?
One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Interesting. Wasn't too keen of actually doing that, but because he could have said no. But I have a feeling the game is forcing my hand here. Not in here. Out there somewhere, yeah, over there.
Rumors say 2 cases of infection have been reported in Buckingham Palace. Good thing the king is not there.
Because I have a feeling that these guys are the bad guys, so...
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
I guess as expected, it's a trap. We make somebody just as powerful as his sister, then we're gonna have a problem.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Returned from the war too, but the poor man does not seem well. Yes, Mr. Jonathan?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
Thank you, but I'm all right, sir.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan, but please return as soon as possible.
And she's very weak. Gonna give like 1,000. Plus, it's your mother. Why the fuck would you kill your mother, you know?
Aubrey?
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right, son. Don't worry about me.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon. Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
What do you have left for your damn glasses? Left any of these at all? Or out of 4. Find some scouts we can kill. Any baddies or vampire hunters for that matter? Doesn't really matter. Experience getting inside. Practice. I can remember how to do this again. That's fun. Very nice. Nice persist there, buddy. Oops. Got healed. Anything else on here? Of these motherfuckers?
I have this thirst for blood. Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Yeah, just did. Yes, a vampire.
Dr. Reed. A great night.
The mother.
What?
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Grab what I can when it comes to these.
Women of all countries unite!
do the side missions before we go for this.
Fresh water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough.
Who distribute flowers at this hour of the night?
You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Baron. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe.
One of those bitches. But supposedly around here. Must have been tired when I was here last time. Considering there's a side mission here.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. Huh. There's a letter inside.
Lewis. Where is the...
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, boys. Where's the werewolf? You're walking around here. Big Ripple.
Take a look. Don't be afraid.
You again? What do you want this time?
Gotta give it to him.
I think the documents in this box could be of some interest to you.
Really? Where'd you get it?
I found it in an abandoned building nearby. I thought you might want to keep these letters.
Let me see. Ah, letters about my boy. Thank you, sir.
You do not appear surprised or pained by this.
Surprised about what? Harry's my son, I'm his father, and that's all there is to know, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Here's a little something for your trouble. And to remind you to keep your mouth shut about all this.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered if I gave him the proof to the
Right then. Show me what you have.
the other guy. It wouldn't have mattered. Oh, to this guy. Alright, whatever. Only now this guy actually knows for sure. Inside the house, then he's not going up the alley. That's the sun.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Glad I'll never be in that state. It will never happen. I know how to avoid it. Been there before, so. Alright, anyway, moving on. This. An event is happening. Skeleton not respawn at the very least. It has to go from night to night, I think. So what the fuck is this event? Wow. Getting quiet here. Game over, man. Game over. That's the event. Yes, it was. It's an ambush. Ironically enough, I have to go up to the blind man who learned something about a language. Got a lot of fucking experience from that. And then
Die! Die, vermin!
insta-killed them. Well, they're gonna get instantly wrecked. Yeah. Don't stand a chance, man. I get the same amount of experience with killing him as somebody that will be way higher than me level-wise. Just kind of OP and easy. Go grab a drink in a moment because I'm getting thirsty as fuck.
This is my turn!
Pathetic.
Back in the grave! Easy does it, boys! We There's one of them!
Easy does it, boys. Oh, if it'd be a vampire.
Don't you know better?
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
I found another page of the diary, Mr. Swanborough.
This diary is still not complete. The man who wrote it claims he is a member of some scholarly brotherhood called the St. Paul's
Stone.
Really?
Oh my god.
I've heard of them. Very capable scientists. Perhaps the man who wrote this really found a cure.
I would need more pages to figure it out, but it's as promising as it is intriguing.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
Why does your sister feel so guilty about what happened to you?
Because she knows I'll never forgive what she did to me.
You run an illegal business with someone you hate?
I don't hate my sister. She looks after me, we have a good time. But I'm just not ready to forgive her.
Your sister seems to believe this miracle elixir business is somehow doing you good.
Loretto believes that keeping busy is what I need to be happy.
And is she wrong?
My sister is wrong about almost everything. But as long as she thinks she's in charge, she can be nice.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Vampire, so real. Really? That's weird. Welcome to the stream, Renera. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of random what Discord says, so. Oh no! Yes. Well, we're back in the First World War. This is in 1918? Oh, correctly?
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny you say that because when I was younger, I had a fascination with vampires. I was a massive fan of the World of Darkness universe, specifically Vampire the Masquerade. So, played the pen and paper version of World of Darkness, where I was a vampire. So. Let's see what the fuck there is of missions. Anything else? I need to find the rest of the papers. I have no idea what they are. guess we can go to the hospital and talk to the doctor to ask where that location is, maybe. Where they're located anyway. Adaptation. What's that game about? Like, this game has nothing to do with the World of Darkness universe. It's just about vampires, obviously. And they're apparently not called vampires in this universe, they're just called Ekon. Vampire the Masquerade universe. You know, that's specifically the area of the vampire area within the World of Darkness franchise. But yes, Vampire the Masquerade is in the World of Darkness universe, obviously. There is another game called Wraith, and that is a VR game that is in the World of Darkness universe. Where you're basically a wraith, you're a ghost. A haunted spirit. Which is a game I was actually planning on covering once it was done here with this game. But it's a horror game, obviously, so there's going to be a lot of jump scares and stuff like that, so... You can see there's werewolves in this game as well, just like there is in the World of Darkness universe. Did we find the other page already? No way. Well, if that's the case, we have to go back again, I guess.
I cannot enter.
Yes, it's called Redfall. It's basically, how the fuck do you even describe that? So whenever you go into like a battle arena area, it's like the Division and Division's Dark Zone kind of thing. And the social element of the game is like the social hubs in the Division. That's what it is. It's also what the new Division will be. It's basically the same game, same side. Made to what, sorry? Okay, yeah, that works. A Blood Hunt. Yeah, so there's a different game called Redfall. Let me just look it up for you. That might not be in the World of Darkness universe. No, it isn't. Redfall is the Left 4 Dead variant of like a vampire game kind of thing. It's this game. Bethesda. Yes, you're right about that. I was wrong. My bad. Either way, it's confusing. The names are very similar and like in tone and shit, so that's why I mixed them. Yeah, it's a failure apparently. Redfall. Well, I heard good things about the other one, but
It's locked.
yeah, you can kind of tell in the quality of it. It looks bad, so. Hope it doesn't translate into the Starfield, you know, because I really want that game to be good. You'll pay for that? No, you're dead. Starfield? Yeah, I get that. Yeah. How the fuck is the exit? Down here? No, that's the wrong way. Right, I understand that. Like, if you can't find it cheaper, then you could also just wait for a sale. It's not like the game is going anywhere, you know? Also, your game will be unique from anybody else. So the procedurally generated like systems that will be in the game will be different from everybody else's. Which again is also why like there's some red flags that are being or bells that are ringing in my head, you know. CPU generation is not always good. Yeah, obviously. Like I'm gonna stream it myself. So. There we go. That was the exit. Let's hope we find it.
Good
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in. Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave. What can I do for you, Doctor?
I don't have another page.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Yeah, you have the 2-hour mark or whatever it is, so you can get a refund. I did that with a different game called End State, which is basically a Tarkov game mixed with XCOM. The game is so broken that I just went like, okay. And apparently when I read up on it, it's been development for 6 years without any progress. None. So it's just one of those abandonwares again. And then, yeah. No thanks. They basically just decided to release it on Steam because, you know, they're trying to cash in on shit they'll never fucking finish, so. Let's just head to the hospital, see if the main leader of the hospital has anything to say about the group. No, need to go this way, the other way.
You're feeble. Now my domain, young Ekon.
Vampires against one.
You're bleeding, stupid newborn. You have no style.
And you're all dead. But as for early access games, it's not like I dislike them. They just have to be made right, you know? Same applies to Star Citizen. There's a lot of people that slam on that game. But because I know it's Chris Roberts and it's an MMO they're building and a single player on the side, I'm not too critical about the time it takes for them to make it, you know? It's been 10 years so far in development. The funding was finished in 2012. They started development in 2014. So yeah, almost 10 years. And you can see games like Elite, for instance. Even that game is not even done, considering that they claim it is. Yeah, exactly. Like, Star Citizen is fun, but like I also know there's going to be bugs in it, which I respect. Like, it's fine. Like, it's an early game, you know. What can you really expect? It'd be a fucking miracle if there was none. And that's like a lot of people say, why don't they iron out the bugs? I'm like, if you iron out the bugs in the game that isn't even done and then keep like changing the code, they're just gonna keep digging up the same bugs over and over and over again. you know? It would be a waste of actual time. So, like the game-breaking one, yes, fix those, but other bugs, just don't do much about them unless you know how to fix them, like, straight away, you know? Okay. This chick thinks she's a vampire. She's fucking hilarious.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
He has nothing else to say. So I could drain her blood and earn experience, but then I destabilized the region. I can show you how this works by going in here. If I can find it. So here you can see it's this region I'm in is in serious danger because I killed 4 people in here. So the reason I did that, dead. So I didn't kill her. Oh, I think she committed suicide because I killed her husband, or not husband, but boyfriend. Oh, rip. But every single person I killed here were criminals one way or another. Yep, oh dear. But like, you can easily learn new stuff about people. And as you dig up their dirt, shit starts to get interesting. You know, it's a very, very unique game. So there's different regions with different people, and then you go around and you cure people once they get sick per night. That kind of stuff. The worse it gets, the more the vampire virus spreads. This specific disease virus turns like people into scouts, which is like these mindless ghouls that just kill on like a rampage. They don't really have a mind of their own. They're more like zombies. So it's like in the World of Darkness universe, it would be what you call ghouls there, but ghouls in the World of Darkness universe is basically humans that just gain like vampire blood that then serve a vampire as their servant, basically a slave. Yes, it's very, very, very interesting. And if you don't keep the regions like stable sheet, there's a lot of people that don't even know exist, despite being really, really far into the game. So. But it makes the world alive, and you don't see that in any other game. So this game's unique in that way. And of course, yes, absolutely fuck on.
I'll come back later. Thank you, Edgar.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
But this is our boss, basically. But I can show you what I mean with the disease. We need to sleep anyway to use the experience points we have. Which ends the night. Let's see. 50. Anything else we can do? Basically getting to the point where I need to use an insane amount of experience, as you can see. So you even gain them. So I almost had enough for this one. So you can keep experience points for another night if you wanted to. Sometimes it's required for like upgrades, so you can have more vials, for instance, or something like that. So the vials are healing stems. There's also other vials that boost your stamina. Ammunition. I don't really use a gun, so fast regen. It's this where I do more damage. Yep, the normal game buffs. This is blood healing. Basically like a blood power that heals me. I don't have to use stems, so I can constantly heal myself as long as I have blood. Headache, fatigue, headache. Yes, you know what I mean. Like, as you can see, there's a quest line that I failed there. I failed to gain his trust, so I can't get that information. Then have another fatigue. And there's nothing here, okay. Yeah, no problem. So 1 fatigue, 2 fatigue, 3 fatigue, 4 fatigue, 5 fatigue, 6 fatigue, 7 fatigue. That was for headaches. Headache. Headaches. Gonna go out and do all duty, I guess. Regions, stop by Rufus. I don't remember where he is. Most are in the hospital area anyway, so we'll deal with that.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Sadly, no.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Wow.
What can you tell me about
Karen.
yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Well, she's dead, so it won't really matter. As I said, they're criminals. So they were basically scamming people.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Yep.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything life-threatening. What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured, you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Alright, considering you're a fucking doctor.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
See if we can talk with the upper management up here about the scamming thing, despite them being dead.
Yes?
Nope. We
I'll
cannot.
come back later.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Oh, fuck. Of course, he has something to fucking hide.
It's locked.
Oh, got it. Fantastic.
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time? That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
For God's sake, what are you thinking? How can you be so irresponsible?
Irresponsible? I am devoted to my work. I am doing this for all the patients who need our help. I cannot abandon them.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Yes, indeed. But don't worry, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Here we are, taking drugs.
I have no doubt about it, but you are still ill all the same. Please, take this medicine.
I appreciate your concern, Dr. Reed. To be honest, I just did not take the time to diagnose myself.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem now, isn't it? Give me a second. Just added you as a mod, Ren.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Because you are over on Twitch. Didn't know what YouTube was until now, though. Let's see.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine as soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
And who else do we need now? We've been through the entire area here from the hospital. Then it's down by the docks. Directly south. Let's go this way. I know you can run in this game, I just have to remember what fucking button it is. There it is.
Stupid beast!
Oh, some werewolf too. Whoops. I think I killed everybody. Insanely overpowered for this fucking region.
Get your weapons ready! We found one! You'll pay for that! It's onto us! Die, vermin!
Game over, man. Game over.
A leech! A leech! We have to stop it! Die, vermin!
Fuck. There's more people we can kill here. Nope. Okay. Not even a skull.
Die, vermin! I are here to stay!
Bloody holy bullshit.
We have a killer!
Remote feeding. Gotta add that. Fairly new ability. Fucking witches, man. Kill the fucker. Find another paper or whatever. We found like one of the papers for that fucking language here lost, so it would have to be around here too, probably.
Evening.
Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Oh, it's this region. That's a journalist. This fatigued, seems like. That's way up here.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Bar has to offer. Wrong asshole doing down there.
Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're a doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Good thing we haven't seen Seymour for a while. Even Dawson has stopped coming in every night.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Are they stupid or something?
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Never been in here. Didn't even know I could.
You're still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
So we have to go right once we go out here.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Good evening, Mr. Woodbeat.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
Goodbye, sir.
He's like an old mafia boss kind of thing. Or the stronger vampire types. It claims to be. Yeah. So special. No, you did. Like somebody's fighting.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
Huh. That's because he wants to be one, and he doesn't want to expose the council.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Support the equality between men and women.
We need to go this way. I can hear another one of these motherfuckers somewhere. Right there. Oh, hello. Can we see you? Oh, there. Wanna dance? Same level as me, I see. Very nice. Are you journalistic bastard?
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barry.
There you are.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Alright, and then I guess we go down for the main mission.
Hello again, miss. Very well.
He doesn't talk.
Goodbye, then.
He's mine! I'll take it!
One of those vermin.
It's a leak! Get out!
Voice.
Murdering bastard!
shooting that same asset that these fucking motherfuckers have
Where the
that
guests
explode.
are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
There's an enemy upstairs. Probably gonna face some sort of boss here. Not even gonna lie.
It's locked, all right. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Cemetery. Really? Good, buddy. I'm dead. For a human to be here, doubt he's here though. We're just finding another way in. Hideout. We are not gonna sleep. No, fucking dumb. Then we have to go around in all the regions again. It's back though. Doesn't it? If I jump down there, it's just at the border of that. I'm not getting anywhere. Well, I guess no, let's jump up again. Oh, we're literally the same spot at one. There we go.
I have this thirst for blood.
Big low. A bit smoother. Yeah, that was literally just some enemies. That's all that was. Didn't lead us anywhere.
Maybe there's a way to break into this house.
Got that letter. Letter to somebody's daughter, but the father was like, I'm sorry, blah, 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 it won't happen again, blah, blah, blah. If you don't want to talk to me anymore, then I understand, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck are the rats? Give me more.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Servant.
Could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Level 30 enemy, man.
Gotcha! You cannot win! Don't you know better?
Shadow abilities, I see. Very sweet.
You're mine! Your prey is mine now!
Alright. Yeah, he was guarding it. For whatever reason. Despite being sent by the fucking council, there are these rogue fucking accounts, aka vampires.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. It's locked.
You have to stance. Peter, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm working for the fucking council. Hello? Unless they overheard that conversation. But I haven't made up my mind, you know? What the fuck is wrong with him? Heal up.
Die, newborn.
Familiar enemies by Colin. Evil leader. I'm sorry we don't read it out loud. I'm terrible at reading out loud, so it's only when I really feel comfortable doing it that I do it, so.
I cannot enter.
And the valve system. Son of a bitch. Food yummy. What did you make? Welcome back. Yep. So these are not people, these are the ghouls I was talking about. But I can eat them all the same. Like live people, actually breathing people are the ones that I get experience from when I eat them. But as I said before, I will destabilize the region if I do so. Very valid point. Not gonna lie, very valid point. This thing. Fuck. Cross up again. There we go. Much better. little side area we can jump into? No? Okay. Please, what the fuck are you doing down here?
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Like another underground skull area.
This is despicable.
Oh, that sounds nice. That's basically what I just ate today, like tonight. I ate rice with what's it called brain fart. Curry. And then chicken.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I have this thirst flood there. He has this repeating like line where he eats rats. Oh, it's another vampire here. That's the man.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
It's also twisted, I see.
This is my territory. Disgusting arsehole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
I'll never be a wife. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's funny.
You're praying.
Oh God. I know I'm tasty and all, but please don't fucking bring my blood. Because I'm a special being when it comes to vampires. By lore, anyway. It's basically the demon himself that has turned me into a vampire. Apparently, or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Wow, okay. This guy is a amateur stalker as a vampire, trying to persuade the women to turn them into his wife. I promise there will no force us to do anything, yet you have her locked away in a fucking cage. May let her starve a little. Sure. Perfect husband. Yeah, even as a vampire, he acts like a beta male. Oof, man. Big fail. These are failed attempts. Looks like dresses, yeah. Rib.
Are you all right, miss?
Who are you? What do you want from me?
My name is Jonathan Reed. I'm a doctor. What happened to you? Why are you here?
I'm Louise Teasdale. I was kidnapped a few weeks ago by a vampire. Don't laugh, please, sir. It's no joke.
I believe you, Miss Teasdale.
That monster told me my father was dead. That no one was waiting for me outside.
You're safe now. You don't have to worry about the vampire. You should just return home.
Thank you, sir. I hope we'll meet again soon, because I'd really like you to teach me how to get rid of these creatures.
I'm one of them. Oh, you have a headache. Fantastic. They could eat your blood right now and get experience and just kill you outright, but I don't want to do that. I'll be evil.
And be careful. Until we meet again.
Like, I only kill criminals. That's my code, basically. You can get an achievement for not killing any humans whatsoever. And apparently there's multiple characters throughout the campaign so far that I've run into that he can turn into a vampire as well. Including the guy that we're going to right now. Try the gun. I do have a gun in the game. Yeah. If you meant her, of course. Let's see. Yeah, they're more or less immune to firearms unless you're spending time magazines.
May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise.
Aha, that's funny.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No.
Willow just found her.
But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing...
Tell me about... Do you have any idea?
No.
Dialogue. Yeah, 10 minutes. They really should. It's because it doesn't count the person that's rescued until the next night. She's staying down there in the sewer until the night is over, basically.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick,
all they should really just do is despawn the character and then act it as, you know, rescued.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Yes, I agree. She'd be like, I literally just rescued her, so don't worry, she's safe. Yeah, should be able to say that.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bansha.
Of course it does. Fergal Bansha, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal...
So that blue text is basically vampire powers,
There is only one.
which forces people to tell the truth.
But the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Yeah, but you kind of get used to it. Once you play it for like a few hours, you kind of like it. At least that's... So the thing is, when I bought this game, I hated it so much that I literally I dumped it. I didn't touch it for years. And then I picked it up again, and I was like, okay, it's actually a pretty good game. And then I stopped playing it for whatever reason. And then I started over completely again, and this is the playthrough here you're seeing here. And now I actually love it for some reason. It's very weird how that works.
What are you investigating exactly?
I think we,
No.
yeah. So normally this grays out once you've already talked about it, so it's easy like that.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, it's basically Fallout 4 and this is similar in many ways when it comes to dialogue. It's like, hey, talk to the guy, blah, 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 and then you just repeat the process and just walk away, you know, it's like, okay. Here, at least, the characters have a purpose of being where they are. Fallout is just like, oh, hey, stranger, there you are again, kind of thing, you know? It's like, they don't really do anything, you know what I mean? They don't go around and have a life or anything, they sort of have a life here, if that makes sense. Oh, fuck off with your fucking holy shit.
Murderous bastard! God walks with me!
Actual holy shit, yes. So accurate. But enemies, on the other hand, every night they just sort of despawn and then respawn again. And it's more or less the same enemies at the same regions and the same areas. It occasionally does switch around, but for the most part, it's always the same enemies. So there's that downside, but it's so you can actually get experience like normally, because whenever you kill an enemy, you only get 5 experience per enemy, regardless of their level. So there's that. Yeah, kind of like Dark Souls. So bosses, on the other hand, they can be fucking brutal. Like, you can get stuck at a boss for like an hour and a half because they're just built that badly, you know? So if you haven't spent your experience and you walk in on a boss, you bet you're fucked.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last.
But if you sleep, on the other hand, and you
ready to make a dying man my progeny?
And you spend your experience points to like evolve yourself, then you have to go around the entire map again to solve everybody who has been sick or whatever. If you don't do that, the regions will go to shit, you know, or even somebody may die, which could be even worse. So here's the question: whether or not I should turn a prime leader into a vampire and give him my vampire blood and becomes one of the most powerful vampires in the game, or not.
Dr. Reed, what took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right, all right. What is it you wish to ask?
Let's move on then.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Can I say no to this? I don't know anything about this guy.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
You built the wall. Yeah, it's Donald Trump.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
I'm trying not to laugh here. It's just, oh my god.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
Isolation, if, like, an outbreak occurs on the wrong side of the wall, you're basically fucked. So it wouldn't matter whether you're rich or not on the other side. Like, everybody would be trapped. They wouldn't be able to get out. Yeah, here we go.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls?
It's funny, I didn't even see the options.
A giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
Yep.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality
My
gives
money.
me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
Yeah, that will get everybody killed because they'll be trapped on both sides of the wall. That's not gonna work.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
So there's another hint here. If we knew some more stuff about him, we could have known something here and gained truth. But we don't know that, so we can turn him into a vampire. But we'll lose 2,000 experience points. And then we can embrace him, which will outright kill him. But we'll gain experience points by outright killing him.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
Burn it.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
Mesmerize level increased. So there's some hints that failed there. 2 hints. What is this key for? Where with an AD? We've only got 1,000 experience from that guy. Yep, he was a hypocrite. So basically, when you embrace somebody, you hear the final thoughts. Basically, a spirit like racing through your body as you drain them. But I also disobeyed a direct order from the vampire council. So now I'm probably going to be the enemy right now. If there's a resting area in here. Or a working bench so we can actually work on that girl. The workbench down there. And we need to leave this manor, it seems. But the first vampire we ever met is also our love interest. Hello, how are you doing?
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Can I, like, just outright kill him? Nope, apparently not. He was literally the leader of the Vampire Council. Oh, it's this
We
chick.
meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
So this chick is the leader of the Scouts, the lower vampires, but these are the vampire types in between the Scouts that are gone full mad and the ones that are, you know, still retain their humanity but looks like corpses.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains
Yes.
angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Back to hospital. Yeah, okay.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
Why did she come to you?
I am Old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her we need to talk.
In the end, is this not what we all need? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Interesting. Alright, we're gonna go this way. There should be a door we can unlock into the other region. Right here. Go.
You really thought you could betray Lord Redgrave?
Damn, this guy hurts. Oh, there's two of them. That will be why. Oh, that's his shadow. Skill issue. He was a higher level, still lost. Definitely a skill issue. We need to go down here to the hideout and build something to fix her headache, and then we need to go down to the sewers again, and then fix her headache. So we can end the night. Oh fuck. Close. Don't get hit. Duh. Yeah.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Let me just check something real quick. What's this? Oh, blueprints. Nice. Not bad. So back in the 1918, there was like this massive epidemic that was spreading through London and all this shit. What the fuck was it? The Black Death, or whatever. If I remember correctly. Can't remember exact. But the real epidemic that is occurring is actually not that. It's the vampire plague that is spreading. Skal. Like the Skal vampire virus, basically. What the fuck did she need? Headache. Got two of these. Only have one, sadly. Okay. Now there's two scouts over here, so we might as well kill them. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like the literally vampires, you know? It's just like, that's just straight up idiocy. Like before they even get that wall built in the first place, the vampires would have been on the other side, or somebody get like an infection, and then before you know it, you're fucked, you know? You literally see a guy turn on the table earlier if you choose to help a nurse. And you can probably save the guy, but I just didn't manage to do so. But yeah. You basically see him there lying on the table getting a seizure and shit, and then like you later find out when you analyze the blood sample that it's actually the Skal zombie virus, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, vampire virus, that is the cause of the epidemic. I suppose you can call that a spoiler, but it should be pretty obvious by now that you know as a player, you know. So what the fuck is this shit again? Over here, the sewer system, right? Yeah, that's true. I just like to mention it. Like, normally I don't spoil anything, despite the age of a game. But if you're playing, you know, or if you're watching somebody playing the game, then expect spoilers, you know, to happen regardless. Should be given. Kind of comes with the territory. Yeah. Which is why I also like survival games, to watch those, because for the most part, there's no story bound to them. You just kind of have your own adventures, you know. They have leveled up, of course they have. Fantastic. Right inside that door there. What the fuck was that sewer entrance again? Was that up here?
This is my territory. You cannot win this.
It's locked.
Didn't open that door. God damn it. Blood here. Thank you. What's it draining me now? Yeah, when it. Yeah, so those enemies there, they have this acid in their bodies that hurt you. So I call them witches, but I'm not too sure what they actually call them in the game. It's always like old ladies or whatever, if you can hear in their voices. Yeah, as for like survival games that I was talking about, it's more like you go into an open world, you go somewhere and do something there, and then you build stuff and you know, survive that way. A la Minecraft kind of thing. Damn old ladies, they're ruining video games.
This is despicable.
Yeah, that's true. Long Dark is really great, but that game took forever to build. So the first iteration of that game was just open world survival. That's literally all it was. So, and it was also bare bone when it came to what you could actually do. So, I never played the actual story campaign, which you should probably do at some point. Oh, you never played it? Yeah. But basically what it comes down to is the third iteration of the game was an open world that was not that big per se.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Oh, that was Louise's father. Okay, damn. Rip. What the fuck was I saying? Completely forgotten. Daddy, no! Yeah, it was pretty much very limited to what you could do, and the map wasn't even that big, so... And then later on the story elements came in, so... Very much dead now, yes. No point in reading the letter. It's just like probably a letter that just says like blah blah and can't find my daughter, can't feel my legs, some kind of letter type. Where the fuck is she? She's down here somewhere.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down.
So my
Blah 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 blah. We were just gonna skip this because that makes no sense. We've already had the introductions though. And I can't even cure her. Fuck! Are you fucking kidding me?
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
Oh, all this fucking nonsense all the way down here for nothing. Alright, we probably have to sleep it out then. Well, those,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
at least a little bit more experience, so those done.
This is despicable.
Yeah, her name is Louise. The only dialogue we had there was, "Oh, this fucking detective is like has sent me to look for you," whatever. That was the dialogue. The guy that was standing right up here, wherever the fuck he went. So there's multiple unknown people up there as well. Open this fucking door so we can just walk in again. That would be fucking fantastic. Thank you. Don't have to go all the way around again.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Your lord just said that.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Wait.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Who's this? Oh, no, it's spying them. Right. Let's just chase them then. So whenever there's like an unknown heartbeat or like higher heartbeat rating than normal, their hearts would glow like that, which means they're trying to hide something. So I can spy on them here, as you can see.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive.
That's strange.
Now,
yes, that's a great video game.
For how long?
Press one anyway.
To flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Well, I'm a famous doctor. That's literally what you say throughout the entire game. So literally anybody else is just like weird. You can't do that all of a sudden.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them.
Those siblings, yeah.
It's too hard to explain.
Don't know what happens to the other there. It's a little bit weird.
It's unclear. Too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic, or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Both can be disastrous, and a combination of the two merely increases their potency.
And what if they were just a sign of worse disasters to come? Something of biblical proportions, I wonder.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
Yeah.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
These dialogues are like very twisted, like intertwined. Like what the fuck?
Would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore, now that I've seen its true face.
I don't recognize it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity. And I am not talking about the criminality these days.
Yeah, that's true.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
You're literally repeating yourself over and over and over again. That's pretty strange.
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer.
Very robotic.
How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Maybe you should fucking write poetry or fucking music or some shit, bro.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
It sounded like lyrics for music, the shit he was saying.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
They have saucy backers, yeah.
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse?
By the way, I gave you mod rights over on
allow us to leave this trap.
YouTube. That you should have.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
Trap?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
Right.
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
God damn it, fuck.
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left. And I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
I think these are like two odd characters just placed in the game for the sake of having two odd characters. That was one of the most random shit I've ever seen in this game. Hide out here. You're waiting, you're weirdo waiting for nothing. Alright. Looks like we can rest here at the very least, so let's do that. Oh, damn. That would be one hell of a plot twist. South, and we didn't have that, so at least I don't think so. We were right underneath that. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later, and thank you. I might end it myself because the stream is like 3.5 hours, so just going through what I can do here. And we'll take everything else in the next stream, so not a big problem. Or damage by bites. Oh, fuck. Or just increase this. Good vibes. Thank you. Terrible news for London. Death, blah 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 blah, Dawson, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so we basically killed him. That's what this paper's saying. And that's a hell of a lot of big people. Which is good. Newton has cold. Still has a headache. Okay. There's more people here that has. These are the two brothers from before. Ah, dude. It's getting wild. Let's just let me build what we need so we have it. Don't forget it later. Gold. Gold. Gold, gold, so that's 4, 5. Six. Back here. There, like these menus are so fucking hard to navigate sometimes. This is the mission menu, though. There we go. Just didn't load for some reason. But that was the cold guy. All the fatigue and headache is over here. Okay. So, fatigue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fatigue. Making sure I don't oversee somebody. Make 2, 3. Great. We have 4 of them now. I know there was only 3. I don't know if I actually counted the chick or not. So. Guess we can just start doing this in reality. What region are we in? Oh, that's loading, hilariously enough.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Do you need medical attention, Inspector?
I'm afraid I may have caught something. I don't feel too well.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I really appreciate it.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home. Have you recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I just heard he finally died. We all have to go one day, do we not, Dr. Reed?
What are you investigating, exactly?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that
Lucky.
Can't skip that for some reason.
Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home. Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Oh, he's dealt with. Let's go into the region of town where there's a shit ton of people that are sick. Let's just check if this is one of them. But the two guys... This is actually the region. These two jackasses here. They're in sync. They're literally sitting down in sync. Yep, they're definitely not normal.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Indeed. I've never been good at explaining my feelings, but I can tell when my body is hurting me.
You have nothing to be worried about. You should recover by taking this.
Sounds so easy to fight disease. Too bad it's not the same making people smile again.
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I try not to listen to gossip or rumors. Unlike my brother, I am only interested in facts.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I'm afraid
Definitely like a Matrix reference.
I knew we should have left London.
I don't want to appear tactless.
It has to be.
But you're risking your health.
Even mentioning deja vu.
Says the doctor, who also works outside at night. But as always, the imprudent person enjoys the company of their fellows.
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard he's dead. I hope he found his twin brother, wherever they are now.
You knew Aloysius's twin brother?
Yes. I think we were even together in the Gemini Club for a time. A somewhat secret society that only accepts twins as members.
Fucking high.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Well, I have no proof he's a bad guy, so I'm not gonna kill him. Could use experience though, but it is what it is.
This is now my domain, young Ekon.
Nom 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 nom. Damn, dude. Damn. Damn, son. Where do you find this? Stop vomiting on me, man. Seriously. Hey, doing that?
See them empty clothes? This one's a top!
Very well. I'll try anyway. Yeah, even though this game was really not that popular on release, or still isn't for most, it's still unique. So not a lot of people have been streaming this, and I will be one of the only channels that have actually covered it. You know, so. That way, it's positive. So I need to go back up again and cure the others, but I figured I'd just go up here and basically end it here. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button over on my YouTube channel, and the follow button over on my Twitch and Kick channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, thanks.